Hello, my name is Monica Daniels. I am the Executive Director of Accountability for the Oklahoma State Department of Education. Today, I will be providing a short demonstration of our new accountability reporting dashboard, which will house the new Oklahoma school report cards. Please note that this is only a demonstration and the dashboard will not be available until the end of the year as it is still under development. As we navigate through the dashboard, you will notice that there are some areas where there is placeholder text, perhaps some missing data or other information that is not yet available, but will be populated prior to public release. This is the landing page, or the first page that a user would go to in order to access the new Oklahoma school report cards. This page allows a user to search for a school site or a district. It will allow you to search by county, for example, by looking at this map. You can select a county in Oklahoma and see all of the schools within that county. You can also search by school or district name or by address. So for example, if I type in the address for the Oklahoma State Department of Education, I would see all 21 schools within 2 miles of this building. Returning to the home page, I'm going to look up Happy Elementary School, which is a test school that has been developed for this presentation. Clicking on Happy Elementary School takes us to the school overview page. You'll notice that we have information about the grade span for the school, so this is a PK5 school. We have the principal's name, enrollment information, again this is a test school so there are 0 kids enrolled. We have phone number and website for the school. Additionally, in this top toolbar, we are currently on the overview page, but we could click on the academics tab to see all of the accountability indicators. You could also click on the About Our School tab, which will provide contextual information for the school that is federally required under ESSA, the Every Student Succeeds Act. We also have a Your Student tab, which will link to the Oklahoma School Testing Program parent portal, so a parent can access their students' score reports. Further down the screen, we have contextual information, including Programs of Excellence and related programs. The Programs of Excellence is a new initiative that is part of Title IV-A and is an amazing opportunity to celebrate and recognize schools for best practices in a well-rounded education. Programs of Excellence enable schools to receive distinctions at the bronze, silver, or gold level for their programs in fine arts, mathematics, science, social studies and civics, world languages, and safe and healthy schools. For more information on Programs of Excellence and how your school can participate, please visit the Oklahoma State Department website at sde.ok.gov. Additionally, we have information on related programs, which will include school offerings, which we know is of great interest to many parents and other users. If we continue scrolling down this page, we will see the academic indicators or the indicators that comprise the new school report cards. The academic indicators are each reported separately so that we can see how schools are performing in each of these different measures. You'll notice that you can also scroll all the way down to see the overall grade, which is not yet populated but will be prior to the report card release. In each of these tabs, you'll see how the school performed in comparison to the state. This visualization gives an at a glance for users to see overall how a school is performing. However, you can also click the more details to provide a deeper dive into the data for each of these indicators. So for example, I've just clicked the more details on the academic achievement indicator. We'll start with a comparison between the school, district, and state. So we can see how the school compared to the district overall compared to the state, and we can select a specific content area to see how the school is performing or overall. In addition to that comparison, we have information on student demographics. So these visualizations will tell you more about the student population at the school. We can see the race ethnicity breakdown. We can click on economically disadvantaged status, English learner status, or students with disabilities to get more information about the background of students at this school. And then finally, we really get into the data for the individual indicator. So again, this is the academic achievement indicator, so we are looking at how students are performing in relation to scale score targets. So this visualization shows how a student performed compared to the target for his or her priority student group. So if I hover over students with disabilities, you can see that 17% of the student population fell into this category. Of that, 48% of students met their target, 24% of students met their target and were proficient, and 10% of students met their target and were advanced. So we can see that, for example, in this case, 48% of students were not yet proficient but did meet their state level target on academic achievement. In addition to this visualization, you can click here to see a stacked bar graph, or click on the table to see just the percentage breakdown for each student group. We've provided multiple visualizations so that the user can access the data in whichever manner is most appropriate for them. We also have some filters. So let's say, for example, we wanted to specifically look at English language arts performance, and let's say we wanted to look specifically at the race ethnicity breakdown. We could click there and then see the different categories. Of course, we can always come back and select all again. In addition to this visualization, we do have a table that provides the performance level for all students as required by law under ESSA. So this would provide a breakdown of what percentage of students scored in each performance level on the state assessments. And finally, we'll have some information about progress toward long-term goals. Note that this is dummy text for right now. All of the text on the new dashboard is still under development and will experience some changes prior to December. I'm going to go ahead and scroll back up and show you one more indicator. As I mentioned earlier, each indicator will have its own more details page where you can see more of the data for that individual indicator. We'll look at the academic growth indicator next. This one is still under construction and in its early stages, but provides a different visualization more appropriate for this kind of information. So again, we start with a comparison between the school district and state, and then some demographics. As we scroll down, we see that we have a heat map for the academic growth indicator. Now, the academic growth indicator examines an individual student's performance across consecutive years. So for example, this would look at an individual student and how they performed in 2018 compared to their prior year's performance in 2017. So for example, if I hover here, I can see that 21 students went from high basic in 2017 to low proficient in 2018. Okay, we have a legend here that shows the frequency. We could also click on this little icon and see the information displayed differently. So this would be the student's 2017 performance. So again, we have our high basic, and we would be able to see that 21 students moved up a level into low proficient. So we have a few different ways to visualize this data, and again, this particular page is still under construction, as are all of the indicator pages. But they will all have different charts and graphs that allow a user to dig into that specific indicator. So as I scroll back up, I do want to also take you to the Happy District page. We do have a district page for every district in the state. This page will serve really as a directory to connect you with the schools in this district. So for example, Happy District is a test district, it has a superintendent, enrollment, phone number, and website. And then these would be the schools within that district. So if I click on Happy Elementary School again, it will take me back to that school overview page. This concludes the overview of the new accountability reporting dashboard and the new Oklahoma school report cards. We hope that this was helpful to you to get a brief outlook of the content and look and feel of the new dashboard that will be available this year. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the Office of Accountability, and thank you for your time today.